team. They have drafted themselves an early game comp. And I think that, you know, if you're a fan of T1, you're definitely excited about this, as even the Lux happy with that as well, but it's not going to be. And it's also like one of his most played champions, right? He's currently 2-1 on the pick, so even though it doesn't feel like a closer champion, I agree with you there. It's
Carrier.
Yeah, he's gonna get bowling balled. Titan's Wrath gonna be eaten immediately. Remember, doesn't have his flash. Nope. Now he's sort of walking up the lane. Watch out, Eep is gonna go wide. Dredge line, not gonna be enough to save him, and first blood goes over to Umpty. As Zeus gets smacked back there with the Gnar. It was a slight advantage for Fredit BRION, but as you can see, other lanes have definitely been doing well as the gameplay button is pressed in the mid lane. Shockwave to answer, as now Zeus is going to have a bit of a snooze. Owner is going to get here. Primal Surge keeps the Renekton alive for a little bit longer than he could have otherwise been, but in the end, it is going to be yet another kill for the Lilia.
Just coming extremely unlocked today, and the funny thing about it is the only thing that changed. Oh, hold that thought.
Yep, Umpty might have been cast Cursed by you, Wolf. Unfortunately, well, spin around a bit as in goes Delight, saving his Lilia, and it's the wrong time to get sleepy. Unfortunately, as now Carrier finds himself surrounded by 4 as well, and no, that was a blessing, Wolf. You are absolutely right. 4-0 now. Unfortunately, he often doesn't find himself with advantages like that, as everyone's getting sleepy under this turret. There it is, the grand entrance Shockwave, and a very dead Nidalee to his attempts. It's really cool to see. As now Yaharong is going to have to flash. Shockwave comes through to try and buy himself some space. He gets out. Easy peasy.
Teleport.
Not the teleport that you were really looking for here, as Hoya is going to get the Gnar into the wall. Had that Gnar bar set up really nicely. As now Owner off to the backside, uses the Blast Cone thanks to the Infernal Rift in order to get out. He's already pre-popped the ultimate, as he does have teleport, so theoretically he could be going for that, but now he gets the bad news. And Hoya is already over that wall. Carrier gets into the backline, but immediately gets chunked out. And now Delight's going for it. There's the Shockwave. Doesn't really do too much, but the Drake is secured by Umpty, and the fight is being won here by Fredit BRION. Gumayusi tries to be the hero, and the gameplay button will get rid of the Tristana, but unfortunately it is way too little and way too late. Fredit BRION, they grab the Infernal Soul and win the team fight. That's an ace, and that could just be Baron.
I mean, I think it is. This is great. Versus the comp they're up against.
Okay, Carrier, going in. Not sure whether he necessarily wants to. He's got a 2-man sleep to come forward as Carrier's just exploded. Reset does come down as Henna is just going to go golden. And unfortunately for Zeus, he's out of position. Oh my god! The fadeaway jump shot as Yaharong just executes. Gumayusi here, closes now running for the hills. Owner, the last man standing. And Fredit BRION, they can just kill the Nidalee and then win the game if they would like to, as Umpty's unfortunately going to find his first death this game, but
what a huge win here for Fredit BRION. Start to finish, absolutely clean play, get an early lead and push it to the finish line.
Yeah.
That stopwatch you were talking about, luxury stopwatch, ended up being a Rolex for Henna.
That was a beautiful one. As Fredit BRION, man, like, you think about like upset wins like this was just well played. It was some good League of Legends.
You dare. Ooh, Talia.
Yeah, haven't seen her for a while.
That didn't get banned away this time. But this is going to be high octane, extremely aggressive around top and mid for Fredit BRION.
Secures it, and he is going to be pulled back. There's the Encore as well. Gets a fair bit of value as now Umpty gets back, gets the heal from Henna, and makes it to relative safety. Closer is now eliminated as the Emperor's Divide is put forward. First blood going over to the Thresh, as there's the flash out from Zeus. You saw Henna trying to get to that wall to flash over, but isn't quite able to.
Gumayusi gets
it. Carrier, can he actually get that money for himself? The answer is absolutely yes. And now Hoya should be able to try and challenge as the hook is going to connect. And there we go. Goodbye. 1-for-1 trade there, but getting rid of Umpty, probably more valuable than getting rid of Carrier.
Some of these team fights too, with the CC that T1 has. There's a lot of potential.
That's heal and flash out from Gumayusi, is now Carrier coming on over. Looks for the Bone Skewer. It is actually going to go over to Delight, who gets a double flash. Flash out there from Owner as well, as Carrier now having to create position. As Hoya's teleported in, Gumayusi's well and truly dead as Umpty grabs that one. A playback onto Closer as well, who's completely separated from his team. A beautiful hook from Delight and a double kill for the Fredit BRION jungler. I don't know what Auntie had for breakfast this morning, but it must have been good. Terrell, though, is going to come down to try and deliver.
This actually could be way more kills, too.
Yeah, flash underneath the turret. They just eliminate the Graves as now Carrier finds himself on the wrong side of his base. Another double kill. Unofficial Quadra at the start of this game. Can it be the unofficial pentakill at 11 and a half minutes?
Insane here. And
Closes Rise. One of those ways, yep.
And, you know, they could have won that series, but now we're looking at maybe an 0-2.
Oh my god, hooks him out of the air, and Carrier is destroyed. Gumayusi wanting to try and catch up with him, but the damage has already been done. There's the Super Mega Death Rocket, and there's the wall ride, as Ona's just delivered silver platter to this Talia, who just flashes on top of Gumayusi.
And their very rare advantages, keep the lead. And
yeah,
you can see it. Delight is super calm.
All right, well, here's a gank towards the top side, and a very dead Renekton up there. Good killer instinct to come through. The priority is going to be on stopping this Baron from going down. Delight in the front line. Misses onto Carrier there.
Carrier's stuck now. He can't get back in. This is actually a huge opportunity for Fredit BRION. Weaver's Wall.
He can find a flank as Hoya off to the side does get a few knockups, and the Scion is taken down before he can even taxi his way forward. Henna is going to be eliminated, but Gumayusi suffers the same fate, and T1, they have to peel away the Baron, and they lose the fight. Now they'll lose the Mountain Soul. That's what
Objective fights him, and they have all 4.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, they're actually
now
going to make this
started off this Baron. There's the wall to be set up. Gumayusi, unfortunately, the killer instinct comes in, but the Lantern is once again there, and the Baron just stolen away. But now the team fight comes in. The Encore only lands onto one, but that's a lot of Scion value as Henna has to flash, but does make it to relative safety. Uses his whole health bar, but that's enough. And Void Seeker not going to do it either. So Fredit BRION, successful heist of the Baron, and they also get rid of the bodyguard.
Okay, here we go.
We're flipping. Looks like T1 are going for a last-ditch effort right now. Hoya is going to have to slice to get himself out of the way. Good Bone Skewer is going to connect as the charm lands only onto the Renekton. Henna trying to get the autos through as they trade tanks in the front line. Still, the Elder Drake is amongst the fight. Umti going to get turned on. Does have the Zhonyas, remember, and they just destroy Ona. That's in fact just Umti that explodes him by himself.
He has 10 stacks. The guy is actually insane. He's got so much damage this game. You can't challenge that. What
he
are you
also
doing?
had his Zhonyas, so he was probably going to be fine anyway, as the Elder is now going to get secured by the Azir of all people. Scoops up Gumayusi, and I have a feeling we've done it. It's the 2-0 for Fredit BRION.
Look at the damage.
Once again over one of our top teams.
Look at the damage here from the Azir in this late game fight. And T1 just could not set up for this. Tanks are traded. I mean, there's a lot of things went wrong on that fight. Here we go, Atlas. Looks like we are going into the last fight of this game. An 0-2 for T1.
It's just a last-ditch effort there from Zeus, who's now going to try and keep these minions busy as best he can. Carrier doing the same thing as now Ona. She rips through the Nexus, and Fredit BRION rips through T1.